Recently in Nairobi, General Michael Langley, commander of the United States Africa Command, AFRICOM, appeared live on Citizen TV during his visit to Kenya. His appearance was meant to reassure African partners about the role of AFRICOM in maintaining security and supporting African governments. But instead, it reopened deep wounds and stirred even more criticism from across the continent. Across Africa, people took to social media, radio, and TV to condemn the statement. Analysts, journalists, youth leaders, and even some presidents saw it for what it was, an attempt by a Western power to label any African leadership that does not bow to them as illegitimate. When asked about those comments on Citizen TV, Langley tried to walk them back. He said he had only been speaking from a military perspective, and was concerned about the growing influence of armed groups and terrorism in the Sahel region. He claimed his focus was on stability and not on interfering in the internal affairs of African countries. But his body language told a different story. To many viewers, his explanation felt like a weak attempt to clean up a mess. It was clear that he had underestimated the level of awareness among African citizens today. Unlike in the past, Africans now understand the hidden strategies used by the West to destabilize strong leaders who stand for independence. Langley's speech may have been calm and diplomatic, but it could not erase what he had said earlier. Instead, it highlighted the desperation in the West's narrative. His words and behavior exposed the same old tactics: accuse African governments of being juntas or dictatorships, then justify Western presence in the name of democracy or counterterrorism. It's a well-worn playbook that has been used in Libya, Sudan, Mali, and many other countries. Take Libya, for example. AFRICOM played a role in supporting the NATO-led operation that removed Gaddafi. The country has since been in chaos. In Somalia, despite more than a decade of U.S. military support, including drone strikes and training, Al-Shabaab is still a major threat. In Niger, the presence of U.S. military bases did not prevent coups or secure the country's future. Instead, these countries now face deeper instability and loss of control over their own affairs. Langley claimed AFRICOM is here to help Africa fight terrorism and build strong institutions. But many Africans now ask, who defines terrorism? Who decides which leader is legitimate? Who benefits when African countries are weak, poor, and dependent? There's a growing understanding that Africa must take charge of its destiny. Leaders like Ibrahim Traoré are not just soldiers in uniform, they represent a new voice, one that says no to exploitation and foreign control. Traoré has taken steps to reform the mining sector in Burkina Faso, pushing for national ownership of resources like gold. He has spoken openly about the need for Africa to stop relying on foreign partners who only come with interests, not solutions. Is not just unconvincing, it reeks of the same desperation the West now feels as African countries start to turn away from them. The rise of Pan-African voices is shaking the foundations of neo-colonial structures that have held the continent hostage for decades. What is happening now is a major shift. Countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger are rejecting foreign military bases. Others are demanding full control over their resources, from gold and uranium to oil and cocoa. Africans are asking why French troops are still stationed in places where they are no longer welcome. Why the West always tries to find one of our own a black face to push their agenda. It's a shame that in 2025, these games are still being played. But what is different now is that Africa is awake. Young people are reading, watching, learning. They are not accepting everything they are told. They know that any real development must come from within. And they know that foreign powers only respect a nation that stands for itself. As this story comes to a close, we leave you with a powerful video clip. It features the strong voice of an African man who speaks truth to power. His words are clear, fearless, and honest. Watch and listen. Because Africa is rising, and the world can no longer ignore the drumbeat of freedom echoing across this continent.
They're not going away. They are coming to power. One way or the other, you're going to see the rise of the black man and the black woman on the continent and in the diaspora. mind, your small peanut head, you think that you are to be in control of everything and everyone.